Hey everyone, Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark here, number one best-selling author and online marketing strategist. Today I am doing a recorded video because technology has been fun. It's been really fun the last couple days, and my computer keeps, well, it keeps kind of breaking down on me. So instead of doing a live, I thought that I would come to you guys with a recorded video to talk about a topic that's really been coming up lately, and I find it fascinating that people are actually starting to dig into this a little bit, which is fear of success versus fear of failure. So I thought that I would come on and offer kind of my own insights and how I've worked through both of these areas in my entrepreneurial journey, because I have definitely had my blocks and I still have blocks come up all the time. So whenever I do, I get through them and then I turn around and I teach what I learned so that maybe I can help you guys move forward in your businesses. So today we're going to talk about fear of success and fear of failure. Yay! Fun topic. You may not feel that way right now. And I get it. I totally get it. So there's a lot of things that come up with like the fear of failure. And it's really interesting because I think that a lot of us understand the fear of failure because we failed before, right? So we totally understand it. It's happened to us before, and it's not a great feeling. It's not a great feeling to fail. There's no one that fails and just like, yay, that was fun. Maybe me on some days because I can be quirky like that. Um, but fear of failure, and the reasons that you have that fear can be, there's so many, there's a multitude of them. It could be that you failed in the past. I failed in the past. I don't know about you. I failed in the past for sure. You were criticized or punished for making mistakes. Yeah, that goes way back when I was little too. That's happened a lot. You're a perfectionist. I am a recovering perfectionist, so that one I get too. Your self-worth is attached to your accomplishments and performance, which something else that I totally understand because I really am a go-getter. I really am, and I like to accomplish things. It feels good to get things done. And sometimes in the past, I myself have even attached my self-worth to that. It's just kind of, and then there's another thing. There's a narrow definition between failure and success. Here's a really good example. I don't know if this happens to you. I know that a lot of my clients that this is the same thing that they struggle with. My colleagues, the same thing. It's that they could be doing so many wonderful things in the world, really, like hundreds of people, literally hundreds of people are telling them how amazing they are for this world, and two people tell them that they suck. And who do they focus on? The hundreds that tell them they're awesome, or the two that tell them they're not so great? It's always that two. So there's a narrow definition of failure and success and what you focus on. So that one, I think that's another fear of failure. You feel like, oh my gosh, I failed two people. What am I going to do? Rather than focusing on, wow, I succeeded with hundreds of people and my message reached them. So that's an interesting topic too. And I think a lot of us can relate to that, right? We focus on the negative. And I've even heard, I've even heard the saying where for every one negative comment, it takes 5 positive comments or affirmations to negate that one. So it's really interesting how the human brain works. I find it fascinating. Okay. So fear of failure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know who doesn't know that, right? Now, the fear of success, sometimes this eludes people a little bit. There's a fear there because success can be a relative unknown if you're trying something different. So if you are striving in your entrepreneurial journey to hit a mark, to hit a goal, that would be success to you, but you haven't reached it yet, so it's an unknown. So I think a fear of success sometimes is also the fear of the unknown. What it is, I don't know what happens. What if I reach my goal? Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Oh my gosh, that might be terrible. So here are some things that kind of go through your mind when you're thinking about that unknown thing that you're trying to achieve. So that, my friends, is that's a huge block for a lot of my clients, and it has been for myself too. What happens if I achieve that? What do I do then? What comes with success? Some people may feel that they don't even deserve success, and they wouldn't know what it feels like to succeed in something that that they are just trying out. Um, there's a lot of us that are humble. I'm totally humble. So being the center of attention may feel boastful, and I can recall times in my past where when I've succeeded, I've seen boastful for, celebrating my successes. People may be jealous and your relationships may suffer. That's another fear of success. Like, what happens? What if I lose people when I'm successful? What if I make my way up to the top and I don't even like the people that I'm hanging out with now? Um, you may still even feel, you might still be unhappy or unfulfilled if you're successful. That whole idea that money doesn't buy happiness, that's another old belief pattern that a lot of us hold on to. So there's so many things that happen when it comes to fear of failure and fear of success. So it really is up to you to discover what fear you're having and how to move through it. Now, fear of failure, I know how to move through that one very, very quickly myself, because I always think about why not me? Or if not me, who then? And I know that deep down that there's no one else out there like me. So if I decide to hang on to that fear of failure and not at least try, then I'm doing myself a huge disservice, and the people that could potentially work with me. So when I get into that space of fear of failure, what if I'm terrible? And it always comes for me when I'm showing up and being visible. So I always think about the person on the other end of the camera, the one that really needs to hear my message, that one person, that ideal client, that dream client. And I focus on them and what it is that they need. So the fear of failure doesn't feel like a fear of failure anymore. It just feels like a silly fear that really doesn't involve me. So when I'm focused on that one person that really needs the help, I can't not show up and speak for them. That's how I work through fear of failure. Now, fear of success has been an interesting one. I've been working on that one for a few months now. And it's so funny because people point this out to me all the time. They're like, Danielle, I think it's a fear of success for you. What happens if things are maybe actually easy? It's kind of like whenever I have 3 children, so whenever I think about having a 4th, it's usually when things are easy. It's like, okay, things are easy. Let's make it more complicated. Let's throw another kid on top of it. That's my own little joke. But yeah, so fear of success. It's just the unknown. It's the unknown that scares me. What happens if? What if I don't feel like I deserve success? Who am I? Those are the negative comments that inner critic that kind of goes through my mind. And how I've moved through that is very simple. It's just like, if not me, then who? And there's no one like me. So why not move forward? That's kind of the things that I tell myself. And also there's this inner knowing that, yes, I can do anything I absolutely want to. And the only one who gets to decide what I do and what I don't do is me. So am I going to make that decision for myself today? Am I going to make that decision regardless of what other people think? Because really, it doesn't matter. What matters is what I think and how I feel about myself. And am I going to move myself forward knowing that I can achieve whatever I want to achieve? And if I don't achieve it, at least I tried. There's that Nike saying, right? Just do it. And I know that doesn't work for everyone. Just do it. Get it done. Let's do this. There's that push, push, push. And some of us don't want to push. We want to flow. We want to kind of ease ourselves into that success. So in those cases, I really do suggest, setting some smaller goals. You've got a big goal. You got a big goal, you want to get to. That would be a huge success. So if that feels huge and unachievable, find a smaller piece of that bigger picture and succeed on that first. And think of it as stepping stones, right? Because the more that you step up on one stone, up on another, and you get closer to that big goal, the one that seemed like it was a mountain to climb, the more you climb up, the less far it seems. It seems more achievable. And when you do that for yourself, that bigger goal comes in sight. And when that bigger goal comes in sight, I don't know about you, but there's nothing stopping me. I could have a broken leg on a mountain and I would still find a way to do that last 100 feet to get there, because that was the goal. I would find that drive. So it's up to you to decide, what am I going to succeed at today that is going to be a small win that puts me towards that bigger win. So I hope that helps you guys. I really love talking about the subjects of fear and blocks and success and failure. I think that it's something that we can all relate to no matter what we're doing. If we're entrepreneurs, yeah, I love this in the entrepreneurial journey, but not just that, you know, for life in general. Fear of success and fear of failure can go in so many different aspects of your life. So I hope that you take something from it. So please like my page, DFC Strategy and Coaching. You can like that business page. This video is here on this business page, and I know I'm sharing to a few more groups. And if you are looking for a fun Facebook group to join, please feel free to join my Get More Clients Now Facebook group. There's a wonderful amount of people in there. We're all on the entrepreneurial journey supporting each other. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for listening.